It's week 6 of the NFL, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Ravens and the Bears, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting... Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll go option to the short side. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Shoves him aside. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set him back 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And now here's a carry heading left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a handoff here to his running back. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Fields. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And they'll begin by running the option. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Let's go. Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Play action. Now Jackson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-0.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Fields. Swinging this out for Pollard. So the completion good for just 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Fields on 3rd down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. On first down, Pollard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Fields. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal.
To throw is Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Bears! Noah Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Point after here coming up. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 5.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Shoves him away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
Down to about the 22 here.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
They don't get nothing.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Third and 2, Fields. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Fields. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Fields. Got a man. It's Brown. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Now it's Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Fields on 1st down. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Fields. Being chased out left. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Working with 2nd and 5 now. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Now they'll run on the draw. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Fields. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet?
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Jackson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the gun on third down, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Fields now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Back now at Soldier Field. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Over the middle here to Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw into the hands of Lockett. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now they try the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields. His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that third down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop. Here's Fields. This complete to Lockett. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw is Fields. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. It's caught. Lockett. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and he's had a heck of a game so far, up over 100 yards receiving already. And it's not all been air yards as we saw right there. He's so good that when he gets space to maneuver, he can often turn it into a big play after the catch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Rodrigo Blankenship with an important one. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Blankenship's kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game as his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Connecting with Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that's caught by Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Throwing, Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Boyle here. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So third down and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Here we go. Here we go.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Fields. Buying time to his left. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Uses the stiff arm. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it and brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot from the left hash mark. This a 43-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain.